In this video, I'm going to share with you the 9 best graphic tee brands for men in 2021. Whether you're looking for t-shirts for yourself or for a Father's Day gift or just for inspiration, this video is for you. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juno with Detour Shirts, the channel all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. If that's something you like to do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right there. So in this video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I keep talking about looking for design inspiration, learning about t-shirt design. So I went and searched on Google and I found this article that I think will be helpful for everyone involved. This one right here, the 9 best graphic tee brands in 2021. And I thought this could be really helpful for you to see what good t-shirt design looks like. And it would also be a good video for you, those of you that aren't doing print on demand, that just want to look for nice t-shirts, maybe for your dad or for yourself. These are the top brands according to this website here in 2021. So this video is perfect for anyone that's looking for a nice design to buy a t-shirt, a graphic t-shirt for men in their family or for themselves. And it's also great for inspiration, so you can see the different types of designs on the internet today and what's trending and what people like to buy and how can you incorporate that into your design. So you're going to want to stay till the end to see all 9 places on the internet where they have the best graphic tees. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm also going to put a list at the very end so you can see all of them together just in a list so you can write that down, as well as another edition of trend credits. So you're going to want to stay to the end for all of those things. This is a lot to see in this video, so let's get started now. So I don't think there's a real order to these, but this is number 1. I'm just following the order that is on the website that I found. So this one they mentioned as number 1, and Threadless is a huge one. If you love graphic tees, I would probably put this at my number 1 as well. But again, there's no real order, I don't think. But here we go. You can see, let's scroll down. You can see Shop Men's Tees here. If you see, there's lots of men's stuff. I think they're gearing up for Father's Day. They know that that's a big thing that's coming up, that men want to buy t-shirts from here. Let's look at the men items. You can see they have men's, women's. I'm going to do men's and t-shirts. And let's take a look at these. You can see very nicely designed. The illustration's really cool. Lots of different variety. They have some cool stuff with Star Wars, but they also have some other just cool illustrations, right? Like, look at that. Just really nicely designed. Take a look at where the placement is on t-shirts if you're designing t-shirts. Take a look at, the type of placement, the type of colors of t-shirts as well. You can see not a lot of text, mostly graphics on here on Threadless. That is Threadless. If you haven't heard of Threadless before, this is a great place to bookmark. Come here. I often come here for inspiration. And the cool thing about this, if you're designing t-shirts, is Threadless also has a print-on-demand version. So if you want to design for Threadless, you can come down here. I think if we go down here, you can see they have artist shops and you can sell your t-shirts on Threadless as well. So if you've seen some of my videos, this corgi right here in the background is on Threadless and selling through Threadless on Box Lunch. You might have seen that video. So really love Threadless. They're a great community, and you can sell t-shirts as well as buy t-shirts on here and get some really good inspiration from top brand artists and illustrators. So the next brand here is Kenzo. This is number 2 in the list. And we can see just some really fun kind of graphic stuff. Very different style than Threadless. I'm going to look at the men's t-shirt here. And we're going to go to t-shirts and take a look at their style here. So you got some really cool graphic colors on the front, on white, on blue. Mostly playing, in this case, playing with typography, right? With the K. They're really branding their stuff. They got some tigers here, all over prints. Look at these prints here. So this is like very trendy stuff, right? So here's some all over prints. Just some nice illustration here on the front with the tiger. And then look at the colors that they're using. It's really cool. So that is your t-shirt brand number 2, Kenzo. So brand number 3 is Designed by Humans. This is another print-on-demand site. Take a look at that. They have fan shop for DC. So if you're into DC or if your dad's into DC, this is a great place to find those kinds of things. You can also see all these featured artist stuff. They got Star Wars, Marvel. They got some really cool illustrative designs, top-notch graphic designers here. I'm going to hit Shop Men so you can see. Just take a look. I mean, we've seen some of these on Threadless as well, right? So some of the same artists are selling on Threadless, but take a look at some of these cool stuff. Very simple graphics, but very nice on t-shirts. Take a look at where they're placing it on a t-shirt if you're designing for t-shirts. Take a look at that. I mean, some of these things are just shapes, right? You could do this if you're a designer. Some of these are really nicely designed, and so you have to be kind of a top-notch graphic artist, but some of these, you could do. So again, this is just for inspiration. If you're designing t-shirts, don't copy these, but take a look at the colors, the placement, the kinds of things that they're doing. Look, this is pretty simple, right, with text. And these make really good presents for Father's Day, as well as Christmas, right, for people that want this kind of stuff. This is cool graphic design, right? Really cool stuff. So that is your brand number 3, Designed by Humans. So brand number 4 is this one, the Bandit Brand General Store. Let's take a look. You can see very vintage looking stuff. We're going to look at the men's shop since that's what this video is about. Men's tees. And let's just take a look at these. So you can see there's a lot of this vintage distressed texture on here. Very simple designs, but has that vintage feel, that old 70s feel. So that's their kind of their brand. You can see, look where they're placing the text, right? Look where they're placing that. If this is the kind of t-shirts that you want to buy or want to make, this is a great place for inspiration, or to buy some of these for your dad or for yourself if you're looking for t-shirts. You can see a lot of them are text, just text using nice fonts, right? And placement. Let's look at one more. Look at that. So we can see just white on black, and they chose those vintage fonts and has that vintage texture. So everything's really vintage. And so that's one style that you could do. So that is your brand number 4, Bandit Brand General Store. So the 5th brand that was on the list in that article is this, In God We Trust. They're having a sale right now too. Buy 2 tees, get 1 for free, get the 3rd for free. All gearing up for Father's Day. So take a look at some of these, some really cool designs. Let's just look at the shop. I'm going to hit shop and graphic tees. Take a look at this. So theirs is more kind of I think I call it the tattoo kind of style. You can see these kind of things would probably be nice tattoos, or at least tattoo inspired with the colors and everything, the style, the drawing style. So take a look at that. Kind of vintage. Look at their placement though. So they have a little thing in the front, and in the back is how they're doing that. Some of them are just in the front, but look at this custom typography that they're doing. So that's another thing. Really cool designs, right? So they also have just text, but using some nice typography. So take a look at this shirt and study it. This is just a nice layout of a t-shirt, right? You got a nice font here, just using a couple of colors, and look at the placement. Just everything just works. The composition is very nice, right? Here as well, in the circle. So these are places that you can look for inspiration, how to lay it out, what to do, what kind of things are popular. So In God We Trust, this is your graphic tee brand number 5. So brand number 6 on the list is oldschooltees.com. You may be noticing a trend. Vintage designs are really hot right now, right? So at least in 2021, take a look at these. I'm going to click on men shop. So here are the best selling for graphic tees. A lot of these are branded, right? Led Zeppelin, Lynyrd Skynyrd, you can't do those things. But take a look at the design of it, the layout, how they're, the composition of everything. Again, these make great presents for dads if they're into these bands and different things. But take a look at the colors. I'm just going to scroll down here, kind of, the muted colors, right, on t-shirts. Like this is what people are buying. So let's go to page 2. You can see some of that old school stuff, Guns N' Roses. Again, you're looking more for inspiration on layout instead of actually copying. You probably can't do Rolling Stones or something like that. So AC/DC, you can't design for that. Makes a great present, but just look at the design and the layout, how they're doing it. A couple of colors, the size, the placement. Like this has really nice colors. You can see it's filling that space really well. So a lot of these are really neat and they're designed really well, and that's why I want to show you these. So this is brand number 6. Let's take a look at the top again, oldschooltees.com. So brand number 7 is this $6 shirt. If you're looking for funny shirts, funny graphic tees, this is the place to look at it. They have a ton of stuff. We're going to scroll down here, but look at this. Just text, very simple. You got that vintage distressed texture again on some of these, but a lot of them are just words that you can type yourself. This is very easy. This is kind of like a Helvetica. So they've done just a superb job of taking very simple designs and putting it on t-shirts. So take a look at these layouts. And the fonts that they chose have this vintage feel, right? Just using Helvetica. We didn't have a lot of fonts back in the day, in the 70s, a lot less than we do now anyway. So they're using some of those, classic fonts. And just some funny stuff. And some of them are just graphics, some of them are just text, some of them are a mix. So that's what I would say if you're into this genre, if you want to design for funny graphic designs, take a look at this for inspiration. Very cool. I mean, they're not showing it on the t-shirt. So let's click on these and let's show you the placement on the t-shirt. So here's what it looks like on the t-shirt. So this is the placement of it, how high it is, the colors. They're only using a couple, 2, 3 colors on here. And you can see it on different colors if, what they look like. So probably, they've chose their colors well and stuff. So they know what they're doing. So this is $6 shirts. This is your graphic tee brand number 7. So brand number 8 is this Stussy. If your dad grew up in the 90s, 80s, 90s, he probably knows this and very familiar with this. Let's take a look at some of these. I'm going to just do tees right here. And they're very branded. So this is like a skate shop, a surf shop, probably more skateboarding. Just take a look at some of these. They're really different from the tees that we saw. And look at these. Some of these are in the back, so you can see the layout there. Some of these are in the front if you see the tag. But they're just really branded. This is such a cool logo, such an iconic logo that they're doing. But you can see this one's centered, and look at the placement here. Look at the colors that they're using here. So very cool. Stussy brand, nice layout here as well. They just got some really nice stuff. But look at these. That is Stussy. This is your brand number 8. So brand number 9, the last on their list, is this Vardigan. They do VDGN. So men's t-shirts. So you can see very vintage as well. So take a look at the placement again, filling that space. Just some simple drawings. Sharks are in black and white, right? Look at that. You got this right here, their brand, VDGN, the praying hands. Look at this color. Like I love these 2 colors together and the placement. This is the back of the t-shirt, also back. So they have some front and back stuff. So this one right here, very nicely designed, right? Just the black and white version, really cool design, illustrated. They got the possum here. We're gonna load more just to see a little bit more. You'll notice this vintage color, like the 2 lines. Look at that. That's a cool style. Got this drawing right here. Black and white again, so those sell. Look at this again, the vintage with the lines and the cursive fonts. So hopefully this was really helpful for you. This is brand number 9. So here are all 9 again, just in one list. So you can take a screenshot here. Threadless, Kenzo, Designed by Humans, Bad Bandit, In God We Trust, Old School Tees, $6 Shirt, Stussy, and Vardigan. So a lot of these I actually haven't heard about until I went to this article. So it was really good to look at this article. If you want to read the full article, I'll put a link in the description for the article. But these are the ones, if you're looking to buy t-shirts for Father's Day, take a look at these. These are great choices. And if you're designing t-shirts, or if you're on print on demand, these are great places to look for inspiration. Look at the layout, study these really nice t-shirts, and you're going to be on your way to making your own nice t-shirts. So hopefully this was really helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if there's a brand that you're missing. I probably would put like Snorg and Busted Tees on here. I love looking at those, but they are kind of in the same genre as $6 Shirt. So just funny graphic tees if you're into that. Hopefully this was really helpful for you. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. And your reward is another edition of Trend Credits. Thanks for staying with me to the end for this trend credit. Here is your trend. I keep all my dad jokes in a database. Just a funny dad joke shirt. And since this was a Father's Day kind of a men's t-shirt design video, I just wanted to share this one with you. As we get closer and closer to Father's Day, these BSRs are going to be lower and lower, but look at them. They're already really low. 170,860. I mean, some of these are super low already. Some of them are not, but you're going to see them go down. But you know, look at that. So let's look at Merch Informer. It's getting an A, so you know it's good. If you don't have Merch Informer, I have a link in the description to Merch Informer. This is where you can check competition, which would be great to do if you're going to do Father's Day. Take a look at some of these other ones. I tell dad jokes periodically, getting 18 sales, 23 sales on his one, 16 sales. So you can check things like that as well. And look how well they're designed too. So look at that for inspiration. Don't copy these exactly. Just, you know, you can do a lot of dad joke, funny dad day stuff, Father's Day stuff, things like that. So here's your trend again. I keep all my dad jokes in a database. There's lots of other funny dad jokes out there too. Put those on t-shirts before Father's Day. Hopefully you get some sales, you know, so lots of cool things. Here's another dad joke right here as the ad. Dad jokes are how I roll. So just a ton of different things you could do for Father's Day. Brainstorm, make sure you put them on t-shirts before Father's Day gets closer, and hopefully you get some sales this year for your Father's Day designs. That is your trend for this video. I keep all my dad jokes in a database. That is it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this video was really helpful for you. I wanted to do a video that's a little different. This is for people who actually love t-shirts and maybe want to look for t-shirts and buy t-shirts, as well as people that are looking for inspiration. If you're designing t-shirts, you can look at some of those sites that have really cool designs. I would bookmark them and look at them regularly and see and study what good t-shirt design looks like, because they have a lot of good t-shirt designs on those. So hopefully this video was really helpful for you. If it was, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, hit that subscribe button so that you can see all my videos that I have now and moving forward. I got lots in the works. So stay tuned for all of those videos coming up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, maybe about trends and how to design for trends, click these videos here. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.